Hi everyone, welcome to Simplify. Today's video is a yoga video where I'm going to share with you 7 strengthening yoga asanas which will help strengthen different parts of your body including your arms, your legs as well as your core muscles. This is a follow along video, so you're free to grab a mat and do the asanas with me. I will be demonstrating one round of each asana, but you're free to pause the video and do multiple rounds as per your comfort. Remember to not eat anything heavy before your yoga practice, and always start your yoga practice with an open mind and without any expectations. Let's get started. The first asana that we are doing today is Utkatasana or chair pose. Utkatasana is a great asana for building strength in our legs, especially our thighs, ankles and knees. Utkatasana also helps in strengthening our hip muscles and our core muscles. We are going to practice Utkatasana in 2 parts. To begin, stand with your feet hip width apart in Tadasana. Start bending your knees while shifting your weight towards your heels. We don't want our knees to extend past our toes. You could be comfortable here, or you could sit further down to make your thighs parallel to the floor. Try to stay here for 10 to 15 seconds. Come back up. Now, for the second part, we are going to extend our arms so that they are parallel to each other, palms facing each other. Start bending your knees till a point that is comfortable for you. Try not to jut your body forward. Also, try not to overarch your back. Your spine should be neutral. Keep your gaze on the floor in front of you. If you're comfortable, sink deeper into the chair by gradually going down, but ensure that your knees do not go beyond your toes. If you're feeling a burn in your thighs, that is perfectly normal. To come out of the pose, straighten your knees, release your arms to the sides and stand tall in Tadasana. The second strengthening yoga asana is Virbhadrasana 1 or Warrior 1. Virbhadrasana 1 helps in strengthening different parts of the body including our shoulders, arms and back muscles. It is especially great for strengthening thighs, calves and ankles. Stand tall in Tadasana. Step your feet wide apart. Turn your right foot out 90 degrees so that your toes are pointing to the top of the mat. Pivot your left foot inward at 45 degrees angle. Now turn your body to the right and start bending your right knee over your right ankle. You could stay here or bend further so that your thigh is perpendicular to the floor. Make sure to press down the left foot firmly. Press your left thigh bone back so that your left knee is straight. Now your arms could be on your waist, or you could raise them straight up so that they are parallel to each other. Open up your chest and lengthen your spine. You could also join your palms and lift your chin to gaze at your arms overhead. Hold for a few breaths. To come out of the pose, lower your arms, straighten your right knee. Repeat on the other side. Turn your left foot out 90 degrees and your right foot inward at 45 degrees angle. Now turn your body to the left and start bending your left knee over your left ankle. Bend till a point that is comfortable for you. Press your right thigh bone back so that your right knee is absolutely straight. Your arms could be on the waist, or you could raise them straight up so that they are parallel to each other. You could also join your palms and look towards your arms overhead. Lower your arms, straighten your left knee and come back in Tadasana. The third strengthening yoga asana is Adhomukhosvasana or the downward facing dog pose. Adhomukhosvasana is a classic yoga asana with a ton of health benefits. If you're looking to strengthen the muscles of your upper body, this is a great stretch. Adhomukhosvasana is also great for strengthening muscles of our legs, including hamstrings, ankles and feet. Come to your hands and knees with palms below your shoulders and knees below your hips. Curl your toes and on an exhale, press down your hands and lift your hips to come into the pose. Initially, keep your knees bent to achieve a neutral spine. The goal of Adhomukhosvasana is to keep lengthening the spine. Press backward from your hands and lengthen your shoulders and armpits. Make sure you don't round your spine. Once your spine is lengthened, slowly begin to straighten out your knees. It's okay if your heels do not touch the floor initially. Just focus on straightening the knee. Your heels will touch the floor eventually. As you keep breathing in and out in this posture, keep pressing your stomach and chest towards the thighs. You should feel a stretch in your hamstrings as well as your armpits. Stay here for a few breaths. To release the pose, exhale, bend your knees and return back to tabletop position. The fourth strengthening yoga asana is Phalakasana or plank pose. This asana is great for creating strength in the abdominal muscles. It also helps in strengthening muscles of our upper body, including forearms, biceps and triceps. To begin, come on your hands and knees with palms below your shoulders and knees below your hips. Spread your fingers wide apart and keep your palms connected to the ground. You must externally rotate your elbows so that your elbows face backwards. Now press into your hands and extend your legs backwards. Tuck your toes under and make sure your knees are not drooping. Keep them nice and straight. Tuck your abdomen in. Your entire focus should be on engaging your core muscles in this asana. Bring your gaze down or slightly forward. Hold for 5 to 6 breaths. When you're ready, come back on all fours to finish the asana. The fifth yoga asana is Navasana or boat pose. Navasana is a balancing asana that is great for creating strength in the abdominal muscles. Navasana also helps in strengthening our back muscles and our hip muscles. Start by sitting on the floor and straightening out your legs. Bend your knees and bring your feet flat on the floor. For getting into the asana, draw your shoulders back, open and lift your chest and slowly lift your feet off the floor. Bring your arms at shoulder level and parallel to the floor, palms facing each other and fingers pointing forward. This is half boat pose. If keeping the balance is tough for you, you could use your hands to lightly grab your thighs. Once you gain enough confidence in the half boat pose, you could go for full boat pose by slowly straightening your legs and making an angle anywhere between 20 degrees to 45 degrees with the floor. Straighten your feet, toes pointing forward. Make sure your spine is straight and neutral and feet are touching each other. Feel the engagement of your core muscles in this asana. Hold this asana for 5 to 8 breaths. To release the asana, gently bring your legs down and come to a cross-legged seated position. The sixth strengthening yoga asana is Vasisthasana or the side plank pose. This asana works a very special muscle group known as the obliques. The obliques are muscles that are situated along the sides of our abdominal muscles, and obliques help in toning the core muscles and protecting our spine from injuries, and therefore it is important to train them. Vasisthasana also helps in strengthening our shoulder muscles, hips and wrists. Come to all fours, extend your feet backwards and come into the plank pose. Now roll onto the outside edge of your right foot and stack your left foot on top of your right foot. Bring your left hand onto your waist. So basically you're supporting your body on the outer right foot and right hand. For beginners who find this balance difficult, you could bring your top leg down in front of your body. Remember to lift your hip up. Lift your top arm towards the ceiling so that it is in line with your shoulders. You could look in front or look up. Once you gain confidence in this asana, try stacking your feet on top of each other and hold for a few breaths. Return to plank pose and repeat on the other side. Roll to the outside edge of your left foot and stack your right foot on top of your left foot. Bring your hand to the waist. Either bring your leg down in front of your body or stack them on top of each other. Raise your left arm above your shoulder and look in front or look up. Hold for a few breaths. Come back to plank pose and return to all fours to finish the asana. The seventh and last strengthening yoga asana is Setubandhasana or bridge pose. Setubandhasana is a great asana for strengthening muscles of our back, especially the lower back. It also helps in bringing strength to the hip muscles. Lie on your back with arms beside your thighs. Bend your knees and bring your feet near your buttocks, hip distance apart. Your arms are alongside your body, palms facing downward. Tilt your tailbone inwards to flatten your lower back. Inhale and lift your back and your hips. Depending on your comfort, you could choose to stay here or lift your hips further up. For beginners who are finding it difficult to hold the pose, place your arms on your waist to give some support to the back. With practice, you will be able to do this asana without any support. Hold the asana for a few breaths. Exhale and slowly bring your back down.